Hi, you have reached the Art of Memories. Please leave a message after the tone.
Okay, we're just gonna have to start recording. I think this is good. Hopefully, my hair looks cute. I hope. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Monica Anthony, and welcome back to the Art of Memories. Dang, wow. I'm pumping the gas lately, guys. It is, I think today's December 5th. Wow, that's crazy. And it's cold. It's so cold here. I mean, if you know where I live, I don't want to give too much of my gubby, but Ottawa. Anywho, it's very, very cold here. Please stay warm. Please stay safe. I had to go out this morning and it was very treacherous. Very, very treacherous early this morning. But I'm back with another episode of the after school special. I have so many topics. It's hard for me. I decide probably like morning of what I'm gonna talk about just because there's so many things I could talk about. I also want to branch out a little bit. I'm just gonna be crazy every time I feel like I give updates about like what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna talk about. But I'm just gonna do whatever feels right. But right now I'm on a really good track with the after school special, so I'm just gonna keep up with that right now. But I have some new content. I think maybe I'll introduce in the new year that I want to talk about. And kind of like play with my audience, and see like what everybody likes and what people don't like, but and continue to grow. That's just what I'm here to do, is continue to grow. Again, if you're not following on my YouTube, please, everything is in the link in my bio on my Instagram, at the underscore art of memories. I think there's two S's. I think same thing for YouTube. And yeah, follow me on TikTok as well as Monty Anthony X. I have just goofy, silly content on there as well. But I'm on all platforms. I'm working hard, and I don't know if you didn't watch my story. I think it was on Wednesday or Tuesday, just to update all my out of memory fans. Few updates. I talked about my new hair. I'm starting my lock journey. I'm very excited. I haven't really spoken about it. I wanted to keep it low key because I know I thought it was relevant because I talked. My first episode here was about hair and the significance about hair and with your identity. So I just thought I would share with everyone that yeah, I'm starting a new hair journey, and I'm very, very excited. So right now my hair is in two strands. It's kind of a little bit short, but it'll grow. Everyone starts somewhere, and I'm very excited. I think my hair is super cute. Right now, I just really wanted it like out of my face and something, to work with the camera. But so yeah, that's why I have it up. You can see them here. They're really, really cute. I'm honestly obsessed with my hair. I think it's just such a beautiful thing, and I can't wait to see it grow. And it's also interlocked at the root too. So it's just like my hair is like literally locked between one another. Anyways, you'll see it. It's gonna be so fun to watch this later on and see how much it's grown. But yeah, I also updated Rewind Wednesday. I dropped this week. So honestly, that was such a throwback good picture. I think that was just like a classic that other people can resonate with. I'm also working on another project. So yeah, I did talk about this briefly on that update video on my story, but I'm working on another project aside from all of this. It's it's very exciting. I don't want to downplay it, but I also don't want to like hype it up too much, but it's a great, great start for me. It's a great opportunity. I'm working with I just don't want to say too much, but I'm working with people who like do this like legitimately, not really content. It's kind of creating, but I don't know, just on a bigger scale. Like for me, it's like a big deal because I'm like, bro, I just do this like on the side as, I think this is my passion, but it's not like I don't do it for work or anything. I would love for that to end up one day, but yeah, I'm excited. That's all I have to say. I'm excited, and it involves me and a bit about my story, and that's all that I'll have to say. But you'll see more. Hopefully, I can get some sneak peeks as we kind of venture into the developing stages. But for now, that's all you're gonna know. But if you're a real one, keep stay up to date. So, anyways, so for this episode, I thought it was kind of silly that I haven't talked about this yet, and I think it resonates a lot with high school. But let me dive into some embarrassing moments. I feel like this is what makes a student, and this is what you look back, or at least what I look back, and I'm like, damn, like I really did that shit in high school. Like the amount of times that I think about that is insane. So I have three stories. I'm still trying to think about which one I should start with because they're all just like kind of crazy, but and all kind of make up my high school experience, but all like in three different stories it kind of like justifies like my story entirely in high school. So I guess let's just start with I don't know. I don't know. What do I want to start with? Um okay, I'll start with the story. So basically, I played on the soccer team in high school. And the coach that coached the team, he was mad chill. We were very tight, a great man. Honestly, I wish him nothing but the best. But I also suffer I also have Raynaud's. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but just a bit of personal background. I have Raynaud's disease. It's basically I have very, very poor circulation in my extremities. So in school, in high school, it was always like really cold in high school. I can't even tell this without saying a straight face. It's actually embarrassing though. It's like it's I'm laughing, but like I was petrified. So to set the scene, I'm in school. It's cold one day. I think it's like mid afternoon, and I don't have a sweater. I don't know why I was in a t-shirt. And I'm like, damn, I'm really cold. And I I'm walking around, I go to his class, and I mentioned like being cold. And this doesn't need to be weird. Don't make it weird. But he offered a sweater. Genuinely, like he knew my situation. I None of my friends had sweaters. Like it was just type of thing. Like he was trying to help me. It wasn't like anything on some sus shit. So relax yourself. So I borrowed a sweater, bro. Thank you. Honestly, it was desperate. As if like it was cold. So I wear a sweater, and this was the time where I don't know what the stage of my hair was at, but I just guess the braids were loose. Girl, like girls who wear braids, like you'll get it. My braids were loose, and they were dropping like flies all over the place. Like they would drop on the school bus, they would drop just anywhere, and they would just like slip out because I guess at that time the front end of my hair was short, so yeah, it would just slip out. So I was wearing a sweater, and all day I was fine. I was fine, and then my friends and I were playing in the locker bay. Again, this is all like associated to my high school, but most of the lockers all resided in a place called the Locker Bay, and it was just this massive room on the first floor of the school, and it had just a ton of lockers. Like there was also lockers within the school, but like most people's lockers, especially like 9, 10, they were all in just this like one big room. It was very chaotic. I don't know who came up with that idea. It was genuinely crazy. So we're playing around the Locker Bay, yada yada yada. High school, fooling around. Boom, my braid drops. And honestly, my friends know the procedure, but I hide it. I'm like, oh my god. I think at the time I had like gray braids. I think I had a picture. I generally do. Oh, if I could find that picture, I'll post it. And the braid dropped, and I put it in my pocket. I put it in my pocket, and but it wasn't my pocket. It was his pocket. Let's not forget that part of the story. And of course, I'm embarrassed. Like my braid dropping out. I'm like, oh shit, there goes again. These white people think I'm probably losing hair by the day, but I'm not. It's not my real hair. It's so hard to explain. Like, get with it. So basically, yeah, this part of the story is so okay. So I put the braid in my pocket, aka my teacher's sweater's pocket. I had his class last period of the day, so I'm going to the classroom to have his class, and I'm sitting there, and before I forget, I said, let me take off the man's sweater then and give it back to him. So I give him back his sweater, but I forgot my braid. I forgot my braid in the sweater. So I give it back, but I didn't think about that yet. I give it back, and I think we're doing like some silent reading, silent working type of thing. And I'm working, my head is down, I'm writing away the good student that I am. And I look up in the far distance on the chalkboard. You know how sometimes teachers can hang things on the board, just like these little hooks that rest against. Anyways, long story short, I look up way from my desk, and I see my braid. I see my braid hanging on the chalkboard in front of the class. In in front of the class. And I'm like, there ain't no way this guy just hung on my braid. Like, damn, now that I think about this, this could have been considered, this is considered a microaggression. He didn't mean, oh, no, let me not justify his actions. It was mad. Honestly, for him to do that, I know he was joking around, but it was mad. But for me, that was mad embarrassing. Imagine, oh. Like, I'm just thinking about, so anyways, I see it, and everyone obviously turns to me. I'm sitting there. What do I even say? How do I hold it together? I'm so embarrassed. And I'm just like, oh, haha. I think I went up there, snatched it, and I put it back in my pocket. I put it back in my pocket. And I sat back down and I acted like nothing had ever happened. Yeah, people were laughing, whatever. But it's just the concept of my hair being up there for the whole class to see. And I remember getting questions, people being like, Monica, how did that happen? How did you lose hair? I I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So anywho, that's what that happened there. Please don't come for him. He was just an innocent man. Yes, I would consider this a microaggression looking back at the scenario. But with living we learn, it was very humbling for me. And honestly, that's my fault. That's my fault for assuming that one, he in good conscience would protect me and my sanity and not do that to me. And two, why would I have left my braid in his? Maybe I shouldn't even borrow the sweater. It's my fault. It's my fault, guys. It's my fault. So that was that. That was that embarrassing story. And I just thought for all those black girls, and I know you've all lost some braids. I know for the white people, this wouldn't really make sense to you, and I hope you're not losing hair. But for my girls, we all know. We all know. But anywho, can we talk about my stupid obsession with Nutella? Another thing that, please, like, don't clown me for this. I was in high school. And I had an insane, stupid obsession with Nutella. I loved Nutella with my whole heart. Like, look at this picture. Why did I look like I was in love, infatuated with this jar of Nutella? But I think inside that I was. I think that was probably one of the first times I really did feel like this is true love. It was. I'm just going too far. I'm going too far. But no, like, I'm insane. And I took that and I posted it somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know how I have that picture. It's from like 2015. I don't know where I put it. I definitely put it somewhere. Knowing me, I definitely put it somewhere. But look at the way I'm looking in the Nutella's eyes. This was so embarrassing. And everybody knew I love Nutella too. I talked about it all the time. I used to bring the mini jars to school and eat it for lunch. Please don't, Mom, if you're listening to this. Yeah, I would. I remember one year for, I think it was my 16th birthday, I think I got at least 5 jars as gifts, within gifts. Like, people gave me gifts, but I got a total of 5 jars of Nutella for myself. And honestly, I don't even think my parents confiscated it. I truly, like, it was left to me. Eat, sleep. I used to come home and dream about slapping some shit on some bread and eating that. I would have like 4 pieces a day. But that was not recording like the last 5 minutes that I spoke. And if I hadn't checked, I wouldn't have finished the episode. Like, I wasn't even halfway yet. Ooh, my heart dropped, but I got a good way in. Like, I don't know why I stopped recording. Probably space. I need space. I need to remove things off my phone and put it on my laptop. Long story short, before I tell you this, please don't come for me. Please don't come for me. It was a jokey joke. I wanted, just look. Just look. Yes, I went to school as a Nutella jar. Okay, I did. Do I regret it? No, because the costume was elite, and we put the craftsmanship in that costume. You guys, you don't even know. My mom and I worked so hard on that. She was sewing the night before on that costume so I look good. But I know looking, this is probably as bad as going as Aunt Jemima. Please, I was just a kid. I love Nutella down bad. You guys don't even know. Well, now you know because I just this is like very vulnerable. No one can say I'm not vulnerable on this podcast or I'm not genuine and very honest. Like I probably would have come out at some point once I'm famous or something. But yeah, I did do that. I did do that. And I almost won. I think it was a costuming contest. I feel like I entered and I almost won. It was very creative. And also no one else at school could have done that because no one else there was I was like one of the only black ones. And obviously it was an original. What? Someone else gonna go as his peanut butter? Oh, I need to cut that. No, no, I went too far. I went too far. I went too far. Yeah, I went too far. Even though peanut butter Nutella does slap if you try it. But I was so obsessed with Nutella that I oof, oh god, I'm being very honest today. What's in the air? What's in the air? But I I used to have these things called late night fiends or feedings. I don't even remember what I called it. And I loved it so much that I used to keep a jar, not the mini one, the big one, under my bed. Yes, under my bed. And so I had it as quick access in the night or in the evening or whatever. I felt like it. But I was so conscious about my family's space and not attracting bugs that I didn't want to leave the spoon on top of the jar, just out in the wind under my bed to attract bugs and insects so they could lick the spoon. Ah, nasty. And so I had the smart idea of cutting a plastic spoon in half and I kept it inside the jar. Damn, I should have patented that. Like, it was just, I was so innovative. So at night, I would open my jar and my spoon would already be in there, and I would just go crazy. I was going crazy. Oh, I love that shit. I loved it. I loved it. I still really do love Nutella, but prices these days. If I do buy it, it's on the cheap end. It's the great value one called hazelnut spread. It's not even Nutella, bro. I have no time for all that. But yeah, that was crazy. I used to keep it under my bed. But can we just go back to the costume? Like it was good. Please tell me in the comments. It was good. But for the culture and for the people, I won't do that again. I promise you that. That was years ago. I would never do that. But I was iconic for my costumes in high school though. First year I went as Nicki Minaj. I may or may not insert that picture. Second year I went as Nutella. Third year I went as a cop that wasn't as creative. But my last year I went as Beyonce's pregnancy announcement photo. It was just iconic. Like, if you're watching this, girl, come on. I deserved credit for that. Like I should have been posted on her Instagram. That was so creative and only the real ones knew like what it was. So I was walking around in school pregnant, wearing my mom's bra, a tank top, my mom's veil, real wedding veil, and booty shorts. But it was sick. And like the ones, and that's what Halloween is about. I'm getting a bit off topic, but that's what it's about. It's about doing things that one, not everyone's gonna get, but you do it properly. So the ones who do get it, they're like, yo, girl, you killed that. And it's also about being silly. Come on. The Nutella was silly. Maybe I'm trying to convince myself, but I know it was. But lastly, the last embarrassing story. So please don't feel sad for me. It's not a sad story. It's really not. At the time it was, but now it's kind of funny and I'm living a good life. I'm very happy now, so it really doesn't matter. But I got stood up. And not in the way that you think. Let me get there. So it was grade 9. You're new to the school, you're meeting new people. Obviously, you have people from the elementary school you went to with, like everyone's there. Obviously, there's people from surrounding elementary schools altogether. Everyone understands high school concept. Let me get to it. So we had tech class. It wasn't really tech, it was like woodshop. And it was one of the classes where people were really starting to get to know each other. It was like first semester, everyone is like, there's new people, there's old people that you know, but like everyone's mixing and mingling. And I've never been one. I've had like male friends before, like friends. I've had like maybe one good male friend like growing up in like elementary school, but I didn't really have that many. I wasn't really talking to guys like that. I really wasn't. I'm already struggling with identity. Like I wasn't one that like, people were focused on like crushes. I wasn't I mean, it's not really dating in elementary school, but I wasn't really doing all that. So now we're in woodshop and there's this guy. How do I say this? Like I wasn't attracted, and I'm oof. We'll get to this episode. The dating in high school, we'll get that. I'm saving that episode because there's a lot to say, and I want to like wait a little bit until I dive into that. But you don't need no little boyfriends. Anyways, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I was in a place where, oh, sorry, but I was in a place where I didn't actually think he was cute, but in my head, I was trying to convince myself because that's what the other people around me were doing. The what my white friends were doing, but there wasn't many. It was maybe like two or three, like boys that were black. I'm gonna say boys because they were not men in grade 9. Boys that were black, and yeah, some of the white ones like they were cute, but like in my head I was like I don't really have a crush on him. But it got to the point where I've almost convinced myself that I did, just because like I was somewhat getting the attention and like he was cool to talk to, whatever. So we'd talk in tech class, we'd chat. I think we exchanged like Snap or something. Like we would chat. Like he was cool, but in my head it was like attention. And again, please, it's not. This isn't a sad story. This is like just my honest experience of high school. We'll get to all of this like dating stuff and boys like in another further episode. I want to dedicate a one specifically for that. But anyways, yeah. So we would talk in tech class and we would chat and hang out. I think we exchanged like Snapchat, Instagram, phone number, whatever. Like I truly in my head I thought like, no, like he's into me. He's into me. But anyways, so we had a school dance coming up. And grade 9, like you gotta go to the dance. Like everyone was going to the dance. People were talking about this for weeks. So I was like, I'm going to the dance. And he started to talk about the dance. And woodshop people like, oh, I'm so excited to go to the dance. Like a girl I really like is going to the dance. Like I think she's gonna look really good. I wanna tell her about my feelings at the dance. Like I think it'll be a good time for us to like connect and like truly like get to know each other. And I'm like, bro, bet like he is gonna reveal his feelings to me at the dance. I'm thinking like he's talking about me but not using my name, but he's trying to tell me something, and I'm reading between the lines. But I was actually really far over the lines. But anywho, so I get ready for this dance. I am wearing stilettos. First of all, stilettos. Yes, black heels. I'm already tall, but whatever. And I'm wearing this tight lace dress. It's long sleeve. It wasn't too revealing, but sexy. Like I was given like, I'm walking in. Anyways, and hair done, mascara, foundation, like, whoa, ready. So my friends and I, we go to the dance and he's there. I see him. He sees me. We're kind of chatting a little bit. We don't, but I don't know if my friends knew or not. I actually don't remember if this was all just in my head or if they knew what was going on. But anywho, I just remember the whole night being like, when is he gonna like, when are we gonna chat? Like, when is this gonna happen? I truly in my head, I was like, no, we've been chatting for how many weeks in tech class? He's so cool. Like, we exchanged contacts. Like, I don't know, like it was just like a vibe. Like I truly in my head was like, he likes to talk to me. Like this is gonna be it. And in my head I was like, oh my god, like male attention, like a boy likes me, because I didn't have that in elementary school really. Like I wasn't the one that was like, oh, so and so kissed a boy or so and so's dating, even though it's like I had your children at that point. But still, like I wasn't getting any of that. So for me to get that in grade 9, like so early in high school, I was like, oh, like I'm elite. Like I've done this. And in my head I was like, I'm not just a cool friend, like I'm the pretty friend too. Like someone actually wants to date me. Long story short, it wasn't me. It was the wrong girl. And he wanted my friend and was using me to get to know my friend. And yeah, and he was talking to her at the dance and dance with her at the dance. And yeah, I was sad. I was sad. Because I really had my hopes up. And like I truly in my head convinced myself like that was the case. And I don't want to fault him. I think I was just like too excited and I wasn't really. No, but he kind of played me though. Like, now that I think about it, like he kind of played me. But yeah, he wanted to talk to my friend. And honestly, it was very devastating at the time because like I said, like I was always Monica was the cool friend. Monica was the funny one. Monica was the one that got along with anyone, like boy or girl. I could make people laugh. People wanted to talk to me, hang out, but I was never the pretty friend. I was never the one that wanted to be dated. I wasn't the desirable one in the friend group really. At that school. Again, like I was just working with what I had. In my head, I really thought I liked this man, but I really didn't. But I was doing because that's what other people were doing. Like, oh, my friends like white like these white men. They if my friend thinks he's cute, I might think he's cute too, but I really didn't. But again, it was just like me trying to fit in and do my thing. But that was just like the scenario. It was a struggle at that scenario being a predominantly white institution and being a black girl because like I knew what I wanted at a very young age. I know what I want and that's what I have, but like at the time like there wasn't any options. So yeah, it was very sad. You were saying, I mean, we were cool after that. I definitely like played it off in the terms of like I knew what was going on the whole time, and I was very happy for them. I don't really think anything came from it. I don't think my friend liked him like that, the way I remember correctly. But yeah, that's just how it worked out. But it's okay, no hard feelings, guys. That's what high school, and like this is why I'm doing this. These are embarrassing moments, but looking back, I'm like, bro, like life continues. Like as much as it's devastating then, like you don't even know what you'll be up to like 10 years later. Like I am so happy now. I don't even like I don't think about that story unless like for these purposes, but I don't lay in bed thinking about the time I was rejected by Aurora that like he played me. Like it doesn't resonate with me like that. And it hurts. I'm not like neglecting the fact that stuff like that might happen. It'll hurt, heartbreak. It's not even heartbreak. We didn't date, but it felt to me like heartbreak because I was like, yeah, I thought a boy liked me. You know, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, especially when you don't get it often. But nonetheless, here we are. I hope you guys enjoyed my embarrassing moments. Honestly, it was crazy. It was very up and down. A lot of some that are embarrassing, some were sad, some that are just like downright shouldn't ever see the light of day of social media. But that's what I'm here for. This is the after school special. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Honestly, I really did. These were great. I have really good topics coming up moving forward. So stay tuned. Follow me on everything and yeah, keep up to date because if you don't follow me, you're not gonna know what's going on, and then you're not gonna know the surprise project that I'm working on. They're gonna be out of the loop. That's just what it is. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. I'll probably record the next 2 weeks because someone's birthday is coming up, but in the holidays and shit like that, we'll be hanging out. But we'll see what I can come up with. I'm sure I'll have time to do stuff. But thank you. Until next time, love you from the TA of M.